The traditional art material that we get is rattan basket. Most rattan baskets are used for storage. Files, books, and clothing all find a home in rattan basket of various shape and size. When it comes to an affordable storage system, rattan baskets are often some of the most cost-effective solution. Price per item of course depends on brand and retail outlet, as well as intricacy and artistry of the finished product. At least in terms of raw material, it is hard to beat a rattan basket low cost threshold. Pumps are only supply needles. The use of the basket is a container for carrying, storing, measuring, storing, and so on. A filter basket is a basket used to filter or dry rice and other things for washing. For the second part, we discuss about our location. Rattan baskets are the storage vessel made of a fiber from the rattan palm, a tree indigenous of part of southern Asia and Africa. Rattan has been used by the people for hundreds of the years. Today, rattan is used in many different types of furniture and decor items because it looks good and lasts long. The flexibility and strength of the rattan is incredibly beneficial in making a basket and furniture that can withstand wear and wear of daily use. Baskets are made from many different materials. One of the most popular modern use for basket is to carry thread such as fruit and candy. There are three basic kind of basket, which is called twine and woven. So one of the basket that we bought at the basket shop located at Kuala Lumpur. That's all for me.
A traditional art basket is a great idea for many homes because of several reasons. First of all, it is a comfy storage unit. It may be used for decor and it is comfy and cozy touch to any interior. Baskets of rattan type are perfect for storing all kinds of things, which is from towels in your bathroom to firewood in your living room. The traditional wicker is to add a rustic touch. This basket is made up from rattan, which decorated by color string to look more attractive. There are a lot of functions to make use of this basket. It can be used to store fruits to keep on the dining table. Next, it also normally will be used to store snacks to make as a hamper. There are some girls tend to use it to store their hair clips, makeup things, and many more, while boys sometimes will use it to keep their wallet, watch, styling spec, and belt as well. Moreover, there are few housewives will use it to keep decorative plants in the living room. Next is the size of the traditional art basket. The size of the basket that we choose is 20 cm times 6 cm. Since the basket is in round shape, the diameter of the outer layer circle is 20 cm, while the diameter of the inner circle is 15 cm and the height is 6 cm. The size of the basket is important to keep suitable things inside. The price of the basket is usually depends on the size obtained.
Okay, 2.0, we will explain the geometry in rattan basket. Okay, next, let's see the geometry sheet in rattan basket. First of all, two-dimension sheet. The rattan basket have isosceles trapezoid, concentric circles, and semicircles. And three-dimension sheet, they have partial cone. Okay, first of all, we see the isosceles trapezoid. A trapezoid is a quadrilateral with two opposite sides. A trapezoid is known as isosceles trapezoid if its two legs are congruous. Formula for perimeter: side times by 2 plus top width plus bottom width. For area equal to A plus B divided by 2 times by H. Pythagoras theorem using for looking the side. Okay, now let's see the substitution in the formula. First of all, we need to find the side. Side is A equal to C, B equal to 2.5. Now, the side we got square root of A power of 2 plus B power of 2, which is 6 power of 2 plus 2.5 power of 2, we got 6.5 cm. Now the perimeter we get from the substitution is 48 cm, and the area we got is 105 cm square. Okay, next let's see the concentric circle in two-dimension shape of rattan basket. Okay, a circle is defined as the set of all points in a plane that are fixed distant from a particular point known as the circle center. Concentric circles are coplanar circles which are share center. Parameter we use is 2 pi r. The area we use is pi r square. Okay, first of all, we need to find the radius. Okay, the radius we get from diameter divided by 2, which is 20 divided by 2, we get 10 cm. Now substitute the radius into the formula. The perimeter we get after substitution is 62.83 cm. The area we get is 340.60 cm square. Okay, last for two-dimension shape for rattan basket is semicircles. Okay, a semicircle is a half circle made by dividing circle into two parts. A line passing through the center and touching the two extremities of the circle creates it. Okay, the formula parameter is pi r plus 2r, or we can say r bracket pi plus 2. The area is 1 over 2 times pi times r power of 2. Okay, first of all, we need to find the radius, which is diameter divided by 2. Like the circle, we get 6 divided by 2, which is 3 cm. Now, substitute the radius into the formula. Perimeter we get 15.42 cm. The area we get 14.14 cm square. Okay, the last geometry concept in rattan basket is partial cone. The partial cone is 3 dimension for rattan basket. A right circular cone has an apex and a circular base, which the exit of the cone passing at right angles through the apex and the center of the base. A partial cone has 2 circular faces, and the axis of the partial cone passes through the centers of both circular faces at the right angles. And a complete cone lacks an apex point. A frustum is another name of half cone. The formula we use is 1 over 3 times by pi times by h bracket big R square plus big R times by small r plus small r square. Okay, now let's substitute the value into the formula. The height we get is 6 cm, the big R we get 20 cm, and small r we get 50 cm. It is because big R is bigger than small r. Okay, after we substitute the value, we get 7,749.26 cm power of 3.
So, we will go to part 2.3, transformation in motifs and patterns. Geometric transformation. Geometric transformation is a process of changing the position of a shape based on images and matrix. The concept of transformation provides knowledge to develop new perspectives in visualization skills. Transformation geometry has several types, namely translation, rotation, reflection, and resizing. Geometry transformation divide by 4. It is translation. It means defined as moving the object in space by keeping its size, shape, or orientation constant. Number 2 is reflection. Reflection is flip the object across a line by keeping its shape on size constant. And number 3 is a rotation. The rotation is a transformation has an object about a fixed point without changing its size or shape. And the last one is resizing. Resizing is the translation expands or contracts the objects by keeping its orientation or shape the same. From 4 geometry transformation, we can define 2 geometry transformation in rattan basket. First, we can get from reflection on pattern. That is the figure. From the figure, it shows the motif produced in the carving culture, which is transformed into geometric shapes by applying the concept of reflection. So we can see the image. We can find the semicircle shape at the 2 sides of the basket. So the based on figure show, concept of reflection is applied because it occurs through vertical axis of reflection. The circular and semicircular shapes are reflected on the reflection axis and produce the image of similar shapes, respectively, without changing the original shape. So the second geometric transformation that we can find from the rattan basket is a reflection of motif. The line is called the mirror axis or symmetry axis. If a geometry built-in reflected on a particular line, then the reflection bits or called the shadow must be congruent with the initial. So at our rattan basket, we can observe rectangle shape act as motif of the object reflected on the reflection axis, which is selected and produce another image of rectangle motif without changing the original shape. So the last geometric transformation that we can define in rattan basket is resizing. Resizing is a transformation that either reduces or enlarges a figure. Resizing stretches or shrinks the original figure and alters the size of the pre-image. Resizing can also be interpreted as a factor that causes an enlarged or minimized build-up. So we can see the equation at below. That's all for
To sum up everything that been stated so far, the rattan basket is a traditional art of our culture, which are storage vessels made of fibers from the rattan palm. You can look the design of the rattan basket that we chose have shapes like isosceles trapezoid from the side view, and the stick at the top of the trapezium can be seen as a semicircle and the three-dimensional partial cone. Moreover, the transformation concepts involved are reflection and resizing. The patterns formed reflection, which shows the concept of transformation that exists in the motif and patterns of the rattan baskets, is slanted. The traditional basket also consists of resizing concept, the inner circle and the outer circle with different sizes. To conclude, we can able to make an interconnection of geometrical concept on our daily life.
for me. Thank you.